into the final 3 games of the Premiership season, of course, and including that bloody old split, and Rangers still remain unbeaten. Can they go the whole distance? We'll take a little look next. Once again, we're another prediction show today. We take a look at Matchday numbers over in the Scottish Premiership, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, smash your subscribe, get your bang up to date with all things Scottish Premiership related, Rovers related, whoa, football related. We got to know here. Under Roverseas, that's right, of course, Rangers continue to be unbeaten, but of course, this coming weekend, they got the small matter of another Glasgow derby, that's right, and hopefully they'll try and sidestep through all that and remain unbeaten. That's probably the main goal left, as of course Stevie G's boys try to continue a fantastic year for them over in the blue side of Glasgow. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. A big shout out to the VIPs. You know who you are, the VIP patrons, that's right. Thank you for your continued support. So anyway, let's get into it, of course. What we're going to do today is, of course, bring you bang up to date with the prediction league and stuff like that. But before all that, let's bring you up to date with, of course, the games that did take place this past weekend and give you an updated look at the scores there. Of course, it was Hibernian 2-1 winners over Livingston on Wednesday, 21st of April. That's that game. Goals from Nesbitt and Boyle giving Hibernian the lead. J. Emmanuel Thomas giving Livingston a bit of hope. Actually, went with the 2-0 win myself, so not too shabby. My picks on the right, the real deal's on the left. St. Johnstone against Rangers ended up as all square. A little bit nervy times there. Scott Wright had put Rangers in front on the 55th minute before Liam Craig levelled at the 95th minute to split the game. I went with the 2-1 for Rangers, as did most of us, of course, and most of us got it wrong. Aberdeen against Celtic ended up all square as well, 1-1. Lewis Ferguson Scottish for Aberdeen. Lee Griffiths levelling for Celtic in a 1-1 draw in the end. 2-0 for Celtic was my pick, and again I got that one wrong. Kicking on further, it was Hamilton Academical against Motherwell. Ended up as a 1-0 win for Motherwell. Actually won with a 2-0 win myself. Mark O'Hara with the 1-0 goal for Motherwell. Ronan Hughes got himself sent off as Motherwell took all 3 points. Kilmarnock did beat Dundee United 3-0. Carl Lafferty with a hat-trick, in fact. Well done to him. I went with the even Stevens on that one, but I got it wrong as well. And St Mirren beat Ross County 3-1. I actually went the other way. Jordan Wright giving Ross County the lead. Lee Irwin, Ilaka Dermus, and Jamie McGrath on the score. She giving St Mirren all 3 points in the bloody end. And as you can see, I did okay. What did I do? I got 1. I got 2. 2 right, which is not great. The table looks like this. Yes, I've got a table indeed. It is, of course, separated with, of course, the championship round and the relegation round there. And as you can see, St Mirren do have more points than St Johnstone, including the divide. So in theory, St Mirren should be 6th in the table, but they'll currently find themselves in kind of like a 7th, something like that. But regardless of all that, Rangers still remain unbeaten. Of course, 6 draws, 29 wins, no defeats so far. Hibs doing tremendous as well, 6 points clears of Aberdeen as well, so as looking there to end the season strongly. But anyway, let's bring it all back, boys. Let's bring it all back to, of course, the games that took place prior to this. This is the criteria for those. Yeah, of course, you can see the scorelines in there. The games we're talking about, Rangers against Hibs, for example. It was Dundee against Livingston. So here we go with, of course, the feedback on those. Deputy Belgrade did actually do very, very well for himself. Well done to you, of course. Ultra, not too bad as well. Well done to you, of course. Ojo also did very, very well. I'm nervous. Tom Stay also did very, very well. There we go. I'm back. Fernando Haseska Sigerman, not too bad. Game Try did bits. Well done to you. Smashed it last round. Russell Frost also did very, very well. Of course, Yannick Buster did bits. Look at you guys. Look at you guys kicking ass and taking it. Vincent also did good. Shane O'Donnell, well done to you, brother. Well done to you. Of course, Matt Chapman also did very, very well. And James PC, oh, great. You did great as well. Mark Morris Vitali did well done to you, of course. Omar Escaville also did very, very well. Matt Garrett did bits. And Leonardo Manu did also very, very well. So the leaderboard for that week, coming at you right here. Of course, Matt got himself 3 points. Fernando Siska Sigerman also got 3 points. Anyone down there, just ignore it. Meanwhile, Morris Fratelli, though, take a bloody bow. He got himself 6 there. I think 4 was enough to get your top bins on that one, which I think is quite a generous thing, really, to give it to the 4s. But anyway, that was that week. Now we're getting into this past week, of course. So let's kick it off. Irish Stringer, he did all right. Gianni Buster did bits. Yeah, Vincent Hong also did very, very well. Mark Chapman, well done to you, Chief. Of course, Jamie Gold also did good. Russell Frost also did very, very well. Shane O'Donnell, of course, very, very, very well indeed. Smashed it at Park this time around. Ashley Craig also did good. Ojo 52 did great. Fernando Siska Sigerman, not too bad as well. Omar Escaville also did very, very well. And Mark Spitali also did pretty good. Aston James, see how great you did. Good. Ultra Mirren did absolutely good as well. Deep out the great, not too bad. Matt Gunn also did great. And Gaming Charlie also did very, very well. What about the overall leaderboard? Well, we'll get to overall leaderboard in a minute. The leaderboard for this week, if your name is Ojo52, Russell Frost, Russell Patel, don't even look at it. If your name is Fernando Siska Mund, Sean O'Donnell, Omar Scaville, Al Mark Chapman, take a bloody look because you are the kings for this week. And this week alone. But what's that done to the overall table? Here it comes. The absolutely updated Premiership leaderboard at the moment is Shane O'Donnell's to lose. He's got what? A 9-point clearance over Gaming Charlie at the moment. Matt Gunn is also in second. And these are your actual scores here, so you'll know. So outside of Shane O'Donnell, it's quite a tight race. So you guys need to play catch up, or Shane O'Donnell needs a couple of weeks off. You just don't know. But anyway, that's the situation. That is a humongous fact. There's 6 games in each. And he could take a week off. He could take a week off, so we could wrap this baby up in a couple of weeks' time. So that's the situation there. But of course, it'll continue right here, right now, into the next round of matches, and we're going to jump right in the deep end with, of course, Hibs up against St Johnstone. Played each other in the last 6, of course. 2 wins apiece, 2 draws last round at Easter Road. Was a 2-2 draw back in November 2020. And they also played each other a couple other times this season. In fact, 4 times in total. This will be the 5th encounter this season. Would you believe it? And they did play back in, of course, August. It was a 1-0 win for Hibs over in St Johnstone. And they also played each other in the Scottish League Cup in January as well. It was a 3-0 win for St Johnstone then, and not too long ago, back in March, it was a 1-0 win for St Johnstone over Hibs as well. So, yeah, the familiar opponents, of course, and yeah, they'll be looking to wrap up the 5-peat this coming weekend, of course. After the last 3 games, of course, Hibs winning 3 out of 3. St Johnstone just 1 defeat, about 6 games. That 1 defeat was against Aberdeen. Look at the bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this one then on Aberdeen? Where are we? Hibs are actually 11 out of 10 for the Richie 9 4 is to draw. Super Jays are 5-2 for the W. And of course, a win for the Super Jays in 6th. Could see them jump up as high as 5th in the league. As for Hibs in 3rd, they could go from 3rd to a little bit closer to 2nd on this one. But I'm going to go with a win on this one for my boys, Hibs. Of course, they am. No questions asked. Next, of course, we have Livingston up against Aberdeen. They played each other in the last 6, of course. 4 was Aberdeen, 1 for Livingston, and 1 draw last round. In Livingston was a 0-0 draw back in January 2020. However, they also played each other 3 other occasions, all at Pittodrie. 2-1 win for Aberdeen back in August. It was a 2-0 win for Livingston, though, back in Feb. And also a 2-2 draw in the Scottish Cup. I think Aberdeen came out on top on that one. And anyway, heading into this one, though, of course, Aberdeen just 1 defeat the past 5. The 1 defeat was against Dundee United just the other day in the Scottish Cup. With 3 defeats on the spin for Livingston, have them flapping around. Meanwhile, the bookies' odds. Livingston 6-4 for the Richie United to 10. Aberdeen 21-10 is your draw, of course. Livingston coming to this in 5th, and with them they can close it in on Aberdeen on 4th. With Aberdeen in 4th, they can close it in on Hibs into 3rd. But unfortunately, I think this one's going to be a draw, 1-1 in the end, which won't really separate anybody or please anybody in the end. Next up is the big one. It is, of course, Rangers up against Celtic. Played each other 6 times over the recent encounters, of course. And it's actually been 4 wins for Rangers, just 1 win for Celtic, 1 draw last round. At Ibrox was a 2-0 win back in April 2021. That was just not too long ago. Previously, they did play each other back in January as a 1-0 win for Rangers as well. So they played twice at Ibrox. It was both wins for Rangers and both clean sheets. And they also played each other a couple other times over in the Scottish Premiership this season, back in the green half of Glasgow. It was a 2-0 win for Rangers back in October, and a draw also in March. Heading into this, though, Rangers have won the last 17 home matches in the Premiership, and they'll look to extend their lead as well in this one. As for the situation out in the recent form, back-to-back games though without a win for Rangers, drawing with St Johnstone, also losing to Super Jays in the Scottish Cup on penalties or something like that. As for Celtic, back-to-back games also without a win for them, losing to Rangers in the Scottish Cup and also losing or drawing to Aberdeen as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We got, what do we have on this? We have Celtic coming out to 70-10 for the victory. For 64 is your Rangers, 5-2 is your draw. A win for Celtic, they could, of course, get a little bit closer to the Rangers, but it's already over. As for Rangers, they'll be top no matter what. Going to go with a 1-1 draw in this one. I don't think they'll really give a rat's ass as long as they don't lose. So Celtic will be out to break that, of course, unbeaten streak. But Rangers will be looking to maintain it and try and go the distance. Of course, Dundee United up against Ross County over at Tannadice this weekend as well. Played to the last 6, 5 wins for Dundee United, no draws and 1 draw. No wins for Ross County, 1 draw. Last time I played at Tannadice was a 2-1 win back in October 2021. Goal scorers on that day. Nicky Clark with a brace. Ollie Shaw getting the goal for Ross County. Meanwhile, they also played each other a couple of times in Ross County this season. Of course, it was 2-1 win for Dundee United back in August. It was also a 2-0 win for Dundee United in February. So 3 games winning streak for Dundee United over Ross County, especially this season. They come into this, Dundee United just won defeat the past 6 games. The one defeat was against Kilmarnock. Meanwhile, 5 games without a win for Ross County. The last win was against Kilmarnock all the way back at the start of March. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Dundee United 30-10 for the victory, 23-10 is your draw, 21-10 is your Ross County. Dundee United come into this in second. The relegation group was at 8th overall. A win for them. They could go actually top of the relegation group. As for their opposition, Kilmarnock, Ross County, they're down to 5th. A win for them. They can leapfrog Kilmarnock up to 4th in that relegation breakaway group. For me, though, going to go with Dundee United on this one, 2-1 win to take to 3 points. Brother. Next up, of course, we have Motherwell up against Kilmarnock. Played to the last 6, of course, 3 wins for Motherwell, 2 for Kilmarnock, 1 draw last round at Fir Park. Was a 2-0 win for Kilmarnock back in December 2020. Goal scores on the day. Greg Kilty on the Scottish, Daniel Worth at Whitehall as well. Mark O'Hara got himself sent off. They also played each other a couple of times over in Kilmarnock back in February. It was a 1-0 win for Motherwell, and also in March it was a 4-1 win for Kilmarnock. Heading into this, though, Motherwell just won defeat the past 5 games. One defeat was against Hibs in the Scottish Cup on penalties. As for their opposition, Motherwell, Kilmarnock are actually unbeaten in the last 5, picking up 4 wins and a draw to boot. Look at the bookies odds on this one. We have Motherwell 30-8 for the victory, 11-5 is draw, 70-10 is your Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock come into this. Where are they? They're actually in 4th in the relegation group. A win for them, they can close it in on 3rd. Sitting in 3rd is Motherwell. A win for them, they could actually go top of that group as well. For me, going to go with Motherwell on this one. 2-0 win to take the 3 points. And then wrap it up. And we're sitting Mirren up against Hamilton Academicals. They played each other over the last 6 games. 3 wins to St Mirren, nothing for Hamilton, and 3 draws. Last round in St Mirren's a 1-1 draw back in February 2021. Goal scores Ilke Dumas on the Scottish, Bruce Anderson as well. They also played each other a couple of times in Hamilton. It was a 3-0 win for St Mirren back in April, and also a 3-0 win. 1-1 draw back in March this year as well. Heading into this, 3 defeats on St Mirren Hamilton. As for St Mirren, 3 wins in the past 4 games. Only hiccup was a defeat to Motherwell a couple of games back. Meanwhile, the bookies odds 10-7 on for the victory, 30-5 is draw, 4-1 is your Hamilton on this one. Of course, Hamilton are rooted to the foot of the table, but a win for them, they can actually go above Ross County, get out of that drop zone for the time being. As for St Mirren, they are top, and they'll be top if they get a win or more. And that, my friends, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for St Mirren on this one. These games will take place on the weekend of the 1st of May. And of course, and that's pretty much all I've got for you. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for this one. The seasons are coming to a close, boys and girls. It is getting a little bit hard to grind out the content in a minute because I've got a lot going on. But I do appreciate your support, and thank you for coming back, of course. And hopefully it'll be no more disruptions from here on to the end of the season. Until then, though, be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Patreon if you want to support the channel in another way. That's the best place to do it. Until then, though, I'll see you all for the next one. Until then, I am out.